Hello, I'm David Hughes. Welcome to Your Perfect Body, the podcast of the Esoteric Teaching Community. Today's selection is an essay entitled The Cure, Part 2. At this point in our detailed study of Bhagavad-gita, Arjuna has exhausted his arguments based on materialistic religious principles and acceptance of false gurus, and is ready to learn the absolute truth directly from Kṛṣṇa. Nahi prapasyami mamapanudyad chokam ucchosanam indriyanam avapya bhumav asapatnam rddham rajyam suranam cadhipatyam. I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to destroy it, even if I win an unrivaled kingdom on the earth, with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. Bhagavad-gita 2:8. Ordinary people think, we are earning so much money. What is the use of accepting a guru? I can understand everything in my own way. And another rascal philosophy is, yes, yata mata tata pata. Whatever you think, that's all right. You can make up your own opinion. People think you can make up your own opinion to understand God, accept any nonsense philosophy you like, and then change your mind tomorrow. So these foolish rascals are making up their own religion based on their own opinion. But it is not possible to know God in this way. Take a little piece from here, a little bit from there, whatever you like, put it all together, shake it up, and that's your opinion. That's your approach to God. Therefore, Arjuna says, avapya bhumav asapatnam rddham. In this shloka, sapatni is a very significant word. Sapatni means a rival wife, a co-wife. This example is given in the Bhagavad-gita, the esoteric teaching's main text, that just like we have got our senses, similarly, if someone has got several wives or girlfriends, one wife is coaxing him, you come to my room, and another wife is trying to get him, you come to my room. So he's perplexed. What to do? Similarly, we, the spirit soul, have got these wives called the material senses. The eyes are dragging, please come to the cinema, let's watch TV. The tongue is dragging, please come to the restaurant or go in the kitchen and eat. The hand is driving us somewhere else. The leg is pulling us somewhere else. So we become perplexed, not knowing which of the senses to serve. Just like a man who has got several wives, each dragging him to a different room. This is our position in this material existence. So why is this position a problem? Because these wives are rivals. They're in competition with one another. If we ordinary men have 2 or 3 wives, then we'll be in trouble because they are rivals. They're jealous. If we satisfy one, then the others will all be dissatisfied and make our lives miserable. So the same thing with the senses. So here he says, asapatnam rddham. If there are many kings to claim one property, there is always difficulty. But Arjuna says, avapya bhumav asapatnam rddham. Even if by fighting I get some riches or kingdom for which I am the only proprietor, still it will not make me happy. Even if I get such a kingdom, rajyam suranam cadhipatyam, like the kingdom of the higher planetary system, the heavenly planets, it will not make me happy. In other words, even if I get a kingdom with no competitors, no jealousy, no fighting, it still won't make me happy. So we should understand, Arjuna is making a comparison to the sovereignty, unrivaled sovereignty of the demigods. This earth planet is only one of many, many millions of planets in this universe. Some of the planets are lower than the earth, and they're called hellish planets. But some are higher planets, subtle planets inhabited by demigods in charge of various aspects of material nature. They're very powerful because they're appointed by Kṛṣṇa, so they have no rivals. Just like Indra, the powerful controller of rain and weather, his weapon is the thunderbolt. Sometimes he's called Jupiter, I guess, or Thor. People today do not believe in him, but whatever is described in the Vedic literatures is actually a fact. The thunderbolt is a very powerful phenomenon. Is it scientific to believe that such power is without a guiding intelligence, a controlling personality? Who is arranging for the rain and other phenomena of weather? Who is deciding where the thunderbolt will fall? Whenever we see some extraordinary power, there must be some intelligence to give it direction. In the government, there are so many departments to manage the power of the state. Similarly, in God's government, there must be so many directors, so many officers who manage the different departments of natural law. And these are called demigods. Sahayagnya praja srishtva puro vacha prajapatihi anena prapasyadvam esha vostvishtakamaduh. In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures, Brahma, sent forth generations of men and demigods, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, "Be thou happy by this yajna, sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily in this world and achieving liberation." Bhagavad-gita 3:10. Devataha, the demigods, are supplying our material necessities by the order of Kṛṣṇa. For example, Indra is supplying us with rain. Formerly there were sacrifices, yajnas, for satisfying the different demigods. But when Kṛṣṇa came, he stopped the demigod yajna. That means anyone who is Kṛṣṇa conscious, for him there is no need of any demigod sacrifices. Devarshi bhutapta nrinam pitrinam nakinkaro nayam rini charajam sarvatmana ya sharanang sharanyam gato mukundam parihritya kartam. O king, one who has given up all material duties and has taken full shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, who offers shelter to all, is not indebted to the demigods, great sages, ordinary living beings, relatives, friends, mankind, or even one's forefathers who have passed away. Since all such classes of living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, one who has surrendered to the Lord's service has no need to serve such persons separately. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.41. So there's no need to perform sacrifices to the demigods, especially in this age, Kali Yuga. It is very difficult to perform the different kinds of Vedic yajnas. That was possible only in the Treta Yuga, and besides it's prohibited by Vedic injunction. Krite yad dhyayato vishnum tretayam jajato makai dvapare parichayayam kalau tadhari kirtanad. Whatever result was obtained in Satya Yuga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices, and in Dvapara Yuga by serving the Lord's lotus feet, can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam 12.3.52. A similar verse is found in the Vishnu Purana 6.2.17, in the Padma Purana Uttarakhanda 72.25, and in the Brihan Naradiya Purana 38.97. Dhyayan krite yajan yajnais tretayam dvaparer chayan yadapnoti tadapnoti kalau sankirtya keshavam. Whatever is achieved by meditation in Satya Yuga, by the performance of sacrifice in Treta Yuga, and by the worship of Lord Krishna's lotus feet in Dwapara Yuga, is obtained in the age of Kali simply by glorifying the name of Lord Keshava. Srila Jiva Goswami has further quoted from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana concerning the degraded condition of people in the Kali Yuga. Ata kalau tapo yoga vidya yagyadika kriyaha sangha bhavanti ya krita kushalair api devi bihi. Thus, in the age of Kali, the practices of austerity, yogic meditation, deity worship, sacrifice,